and Wesley in the morning. Mike, what's good, bro? Good to see you.
Sorry, that was very funny.
We're wearing matching hoodies, but we didn't even plan that.
Come on.
What are we talking about today?
Bro, today we are talking about
sex, baby.
Let's talk about
you and me.
Let's talk about
all the good things. Yo, I cannot sing. Let me not sing, bro. There's a reason why I'm not on the worship team, and that is it. I cannot sing.
Bro.
Anyway, we're talking about sex. And even just saying it sounds a bit weird.
It does.
We don't talk about sex in church.
No, we don't.
We don't talk about sex in church.
Yeah, I had
so,
that facial expression.
So what do we say? What do we do? This is awkward, isn't it?
It is.
Sex. I think what we need to start with is the fact that, guys, God created sex.
Yes.
Which means that sex is a good thing because it's from God,
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
But where do we see issues coming in, Mike?
Oh, bro. Issues coming. Look, I mean, one thing I've noticed that the world today in general, and it's passed on from generations before us, and even today, you actually see kids like just into teenage years, kind of kids having sex, and it's because it's the culture today has become this thing of sex is just a natural thing that you do if you really love someone, and that's how one of the ways that you find out if you want to spend your life with them. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think we really do live in like a really over-sexualized culture because if we look around, there really is sex everywhere. Like, sex is used to sell TV shows. Sex is used to sell music videos. Sex is used to sell certain lifestyles for people. Like if you look at, like, if you're on a website and you're streaming movies illegally, which you shouldn't do, you should pay for your movies.
Don't do
if you're doing that, I mean, I do it sometimes on that.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, the ads that pop up are all like sex-based. I mean, if you watch certain animes, they draw the female characters in such a way to invoke like these images of sex. So we definitely live in this like hyper-sexualized society. But what's weird is that in that way, it's like pop culture and society, they're trying to take credit, acting like they wrote the book on sex, but they didn't write the book on sex. Who wrote the book on sex?
It's a guy. It's a big guy. Best guy named
God. Right? So again, like we spoke about last week, like we spoke about the idea that friendship comes from God. Sex came from God. Sex was a way for people in a marriage to join that covenant, right? And I think it's so dangerous that a lot of the time we're taking our information and we're learning about these things and deciding what we can and can't do with our bodies based on things that are outside of the Word of God. I think that's super dangerous. I don't know if you have any stories. It's okay if you don't.
No, I actually do. What just came to mind, I was in primary school, grade 7, and my girlfriend was on break. I know, hey, I have game. No, my girlfriend was on. A friend of mine was on break duty.
She happened to be a girl.
She just happened to be a girl, and she was on break duty for the grade 1s or the kids, like the grade 1s and 2s. And in one of the grade 1 bathrooms, on the wall, she found grade 1s writing on the wall going, "Sex is great, and I want to have sex with," I think it was a celebrity or just was with someone else. And I was just like, I'm grade 7 and this is a grade 1. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally a kid. Like, why do you even know about it? You know what I mean? It's like, why do you know about it? And I mean, even some of the friends I had, it was, they genuinely, they would sexualize females. You know what I mean? It was like, I'm not gonna go out.
All at a young age.
Yeah, all at grade 7. I mean, it had, like, this kind of thing has really pushed in our generation, I think. But it's like, why? Like, my mates were sexualizing the girls and like, no, I don't want to go out with her because she's not hot enough. And it was even the same with the girls, actually. It was like, I don't want to go out with him because he's not hot enough. And I was just like, why are we sexualizing each other? Like,
that's crazy. So, guys, God speaks about sex in the Bible, and what we're going to do in the coming days is we're going to dive into some of the things that God says about sex, right? And I just want to leave you with the verse, Mike. Psalm 119 verse 1-4 says, "Joyful are people of integrity who follow the instructions of the Lord. Joyful are those who obey his laws and search for him with all their hearts. They do not compromise with evil, and they walk only in his paths. You have charged us to keep your commands carefully." And that's just speaking about the joy and the peace and just what it means to actually obey the word of God. So we're gonna dig into that in the next few days. So stay tuned. It's kind of weird talking about, but I mean, to close off, 1, 2, 3. Mike and Wesley talking. You got it wrong.
Wait, do it again.
1, 2, 3. Mike and Wesley talking about sex. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Don't chat to me, bruv.